I've already tried that, but all the key members of the Academia, even the core 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of me.
Have you already caught the sage's attention?
I'm guessing not yet, but distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly. No way, that's too risky.
You mean it'd be too easy to get caught?
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru.
We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move, after all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages.
Okay. Well, I figured out what was wrong.
Are we really out of ideas? Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right?
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting—
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the
You're saying we should recruit a spy? That does sound like it could work. Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Setaria?
Setaria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia? We ran into her basically every time the Sumeru Festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilou.
I can't tell if they're actually being serious about these voice
I've
lines or
always
not.
liked observing all kinds of people, and Setaria has always stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the Academia, and also gave
Alright, I'll be
her
right
the
back.
opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
From the sound of it, Sataria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the academia.
Someone was at the door.
She still feels guilty about not...
Indeed.
Ah, shit.
When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore. Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Setaria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance. To prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite spots and have a quick chat with a few of the vendors there.
I'm not against espionage, but sure.
This should be
You're not gonna
Sataria's
notice when
favorite
Catherine's missing,
fortune-telling
right?
spot.
So should we ask the fortune teller about Setaria?
No, I already have enough information on Setaria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
Talking style and key characteristics?
My poor lost lambs, have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Oh my god, it sounds like
Huh?
Mona.
Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh! My friend here has some doubts regarding her future. Can we get a fortune reading for her?
Of course, of course. In that case... It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
You got that from cats?
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Hmm?
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Health prospects. Oh. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed.
You're a player character. You're
Your
going to be
life
immortal.
shall continue on for many tens of thousands of years? Impossible. Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
That's accurate.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune telling you've ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
If we reversed the wheels of fate, would that kill them immediately?
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite stalls?
Yep, it belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Sumeru City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Oh god, it's one of these.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret, and I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem.
So what's
Rest
the point of
easy,
this?
all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
Okay, we're going to the tavern now.
This should be our final stop. Sitaria is always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia, so she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
It's my duty to protect Sumeru's citizens, after all.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right! I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars, and I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure, but you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
I see.
Interesting.
Yes, that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
So, is that where people are
Thank you so
plotting
much.
assassinations
As
and
long
shit?
as I can make it into the academia as an official student, I'll be happy.
So, was that everybody?
Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for Sitaria.
What's the point of all the
Sitaria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must... I remember you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormos are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of King Deshret.
Honestly,
Although
a
it's all
revived
just
god
a
boss fight
boatload
would
of
be kinda
nonsense. The
cool.
fate of her...
Aishdaha was
gets it
also
now.
very nice.
You want to take advantage
So,
of the
something I
guilt
don't like would
Sitaria
probably be
feels about
awesome.
her homeland. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
Well, King Deshret is long gone. And Sitaria is also too smart. If we simply engaged her under the guise of King Deshret's believers, she would definitely be weird. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
So, you mean you're going to possess those...
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply they've already converted to the faith of King Deshret, And then as long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure.
Ah, so that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you will...
Oh, I see.
So,
Huh? Best of luck!
that's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an
Huh.
Why don't you do
That
it
is
yourself?
pretty convenient.
Although I've been
Why do
observing
we have to do
humans
it?
for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone.
Yeah, don't beat yourself.
Alright, then let's give it a go.
Well, possession's a cool power, I guess. Okay. Afternoon. Okay.
Oh, here she comes. Satori is here.
Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you.
Oh,
I
God
trust
damn
you'll know
it.
what to say.
Paimon's starting to feel kind of nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
Possess the child.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
And this is the traveler talking.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there. Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
Ahem. So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
Okay.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
I think I've heard this voice actor
Well,
before.
could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
I hear you.
My
No
particles
problem
are
at all.
going through the
The
boxes.
gods will reveal the truth.
Sorry, your new laugh is just so hilarious. I couldn't help it.
The gods are at Setaria. Why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home?
Setaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, King Deshret.
King Deshret? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the Academia. How can King—
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Whoa! She just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset, too.
Well done. Setaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her,
It's a smear
that
campaign,
must have
though.
shaken her to the core.
Aw, Nahida, it seems like...
All I know are some abstract Harava-taught theories. And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. Anyway, enough of that.
She's out of Keem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away!
Why are you so excited about this?
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again? Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Oh, that's good to hear. I have been thinking a lot about him. If I could get some more time off, I'd love to pay him a visit. Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
I thought they
Yeah,
just mentioned
he's
that
been
he broke
retired
his
there for
leg.
a while.
He's walking again?
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Let him know that recently, faith in King Deshret has taken root in Port Ormos and has begun to spread across Sumeru. He has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those King Deshret believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or King Deshret? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray King Deshret, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean you've also become a believer of King Deshret?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this!
Well, now that you can't find work. So,
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Setaria. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going.
I need to talk to the dude. Definitely see if there's voice lines.
Come on! Sataria's already started talking.
Whoa. What?
Where's the fortune teller?
What's gotten into...
So, Shishan, like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
Oh, right. Speaking of string, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive?
Shishan, don't tell me that you...
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia, and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects?
Please, please stop!
The torture of the
Even now,
torturers.
Sataria's still trying to run from her problems.
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards. What should we do?
This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matra right away. The situation in...
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happened.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
King Deshret! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
King Deshret is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price.
You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared.
Child of King Deshret,
Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
Anime moment. Let's go.
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of King Deshret. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans.
This
and
is
for
going a
ignoring
little
the
too
letters from the
smoothly.
children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt...
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just...
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the Academia and its sages, and if you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form...
I've actually never believed in the
Atonement.
gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do?
How much do you know about the sages'
I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest scheme, which is what
That's
happened
what they
around
called
the
it?
Zerus festival.
A
But I know
scheme.
very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city, and even the sages are still quite wary of him.
To fight against the academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. This, let me see.
the academia entrance? Wouldn't that...
Don't worry about that. I'm only suggesting this location.
All right.
So
I
we're gonna
trust
go
you.
ourselves. Okay.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned?
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the god of wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to build.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side.
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. Well, now that we've
Yeah.
made plans to
The first
meet
time
again
we
tomorrow
get
evening,
proper sets of
all
voice
we can
lines
do
in
is pray
forever,
for
it's
Sataria's
through
mission
someone
to go
else.
off
Or
without a
several
hitch.
someones else.
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just
Fucking
praying
hell
to
yeah.
you?
Why can't we
God
actually
of
get
wisdom
proper
and
voice
guardian of the
lines?
scholars?
No. The truth is the true
Or
guardian of
Hoyoverse,
scholars.
I guess.
I've al-
So let's just hit 23 on, yeah. Someone's at the door again.
Alright. Food just got here, so I'm gonna have my mic muted for the rest of this while I enjoy it. But I'm gonna continue the story. Alright. Muting now.
That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect Catherine's identity.
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a trap. If something were to happen, my existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, the Academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside.
Yep. Exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Let's just off? What do you feel is off? It's the middle of the night. Of course it...
No, I think she's right. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city, though.
Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone to go to sleep early, just so we can exchange the documents in peace.
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and meet her as we planned.
Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little safer. Huh. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the Academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards. People doing here at this hour of the night?
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the Academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
But that guy's a Fatui Harbinger. We can't just leave you here.
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru. Don't worry. city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the God of Wisdom.
This should be far enough. Is the heater going to be okay? Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new harbinger here, let alone he called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the Academia came back recently, and that even the sages are wary of him. Yep, sounds like she must... Yeah. Now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the Academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after this time? Yeah, things would be a lot. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. You mean... Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project when we were staying with him in the Vidia Forest? That has to be the same... Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose.
Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
Blazing delight!
I'm enjoying a nice little basket of fries here, but the quests are pretty interesting so far.
These bombs, so heavy.
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of...
Core of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
The Outcast? An outcast from the Academia? But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough. Get them!
You're up, Traveler!
Following orders.
Absorption test. Swirl, Mark 2. Boing, boing, boing!
That's close.
Animal test, 6308. Covenant of the Deep. It isn't over yet. Here comes reinforcements.
On to oblivion.
You want this one?
Blow them all out. Yeah. Yeah. That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like?
I don't know why you sound exhausted. We did most of the fighting.
Yeah.
Oh wait, all
Looks
the
like we'll
fighting.
have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush. Did he predict that we would try to find Tainari? Going up against smart people is tough. Anyway, let's keep going.
Grab a drink with Flame May when I'm back in the city.
Oh, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here? Kale! It's nice to see you again. Are you doing all right? To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks. As a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks. Oh, Kale! Speaking of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him. Oh, Master Tainari? He just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago. He was headed to Party's DI. He left? But isn't Tainari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the Sage's invitation. I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his tasks using a schedule. To leave in such a hurry? I'd guess he had something urgent to take care of. Master Tainari originally studied in the Amorta Darshan of the Academia, and Partis Di is something like the Amorta's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there for research. I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tainari once spent a long time conducting research at Partis Di. A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tainari just decided to work on all of a sudden. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI.
Don't worry. I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar, but...
Got it. Will do. See you later, Kale.
Haha, enjoy your plague time, bitch. I like stories like this, but I don't like curing the plague just so, just for the sake of it. I don't know, it just sounds too good to be true. It's like, oh, cure tree, cure everybody, yeah. Alright, where is this? Oh, it's out in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, okay. Let's navigate to that as well.
I just need a moment to quickly take down some notes.
Oh shit, we can fight the Octosketty? Alright, I need to prepare myself for this. There's the dendrograms.
minor error. I should...
No secrets. Nope, not ready.
Allow me.
Physical damage bubble.
Let's move out. Let's move out.
Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
Covenant of the Deep. Allow me. Enhanced Animal Module 75.
Illusion shattered!
Blazing to light.
Times like this where I wish I switched to Tao. Well, I wouldn't if there was a boss fight coming that I knew about.
Torn to oblivion!
Hold the line. Stand clear. Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Animal hypostasis emulation. Turn. Bring refuge.
Dead robot. A dead robot.
So this is the thrill of adventure.
Yeah. Boing, boing, boom! Dumpy, dumpy, boom!
There is no escape!
Absorption test. Animal test 6308. Throw them all up.
Watch him fly.
Boing, boing, boom!
I got potato starch in my throat.
Stand clear. Wow, so many raw materials. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Another withering zone? Tainari's been really slacking. Switch. got any more of those tethers? I could use some right now.
Let's move out.
There has to be an easier way to scale this goddamn mountain. Can we get the fucking bounce pads from the chasm? That'd be great. Still don't know what those things do. Wrong one. Archive.
This world is full of unsolved mystery.
Allow me!
Propagate!
Sino's super into that card game, Genius Invocation TCG, isn't he? Doesn't it seem kind of weird for the General Mahamatra to be into playing cards?
Well, not when you consider his hairstyle.
Huh? What has his hairstyle got to do with it?
You know, when you're playing a card game, the fancier your hairstyle, the more distracting it is for your opponent. What's going on with this guy? How did he manage to shape his hair like that? When your opponent's mind is consumed with thoughts like this, you'll quickly gain the upper hand.
Really?
This
Then
is
we
an
better
elaborate
think twice
Yu-Gi-Oh
before
reference.
playing against
This is
him.
fucking great.
I don't know. I think I might just have an advantage over him.
But you don't have a fancy hairstyle at all. And your clothes look pretty normal, too.
But I do have Paimon. What's up with her? And what's that pesky flying companion of hers up to? As long as Paimon is floating by my side, Sino's mind will be consumed with thoughts like this. I, on the other hand, would be completely unfazed by his hairstyle. So I'd be able to focus, and victory would be mine.
Forget it. If you want to play cards, go get a funny haircut.
Time to broaden the horizon. hold hands. Hey! No life lasts forever.
Ready for reconnaissance.
Well, it's slightly better. Now we just need to hope it stops increasing E-Mastery and just go for attack and crit rate. this is why I'm hesitant about building Noelle, because HP seems to be a lot of what these things give you. So I don't think building the tank character is actually viable. Oh, there we go. Attack bonus. Okay, cool. Alright, go to you. Make it a good one. Defense. Okay. Well, let's hope something from the sands. Defense. Okay, so we went up with recharge and crit rate. Goblets. Increase of defense. Crown. Attack. Okay. A lot of gladiator stuffs, so. Well, anyway, as long as we can get Eula useful, that's what matters. Alrighty. And with that, the build is set. For now, at least. Oh, there's Catherine.
Wait! Look who it is! Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touch and
Actually, it's very smart of the traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm.
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
Yeah.
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point.
Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people all right?
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me.
What a relief.
I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone also. The doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then how do we stop him? He's still at the Academia, so it's possible he already started Ugh. It feels like he's toying with us. Plus, the Doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2.
We shouldn't give up hope just yet.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's DI? Have you been waiting for us?
Yes, I have. I can see the Traveler's elemental energy. You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any leads?
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what—
Okay. Let's just hope we won't get him into—
Please be careful not to touch the plants here.
There we go. So, is this the part in the trailer where Catherine gets stabbed?
Traveler? It is you!
Hypatia!
It's Hypatia!
Ah, what a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the...
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach...
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make
You did it? Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating when my consciousness made contact with the gods.
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Act, remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
You can do that?
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during the process.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneo with me. This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
Where are you?
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect.
Okay.
Ready?
Oh boy. Time to get trippy.
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies.
Oh.
My fury will never be quelled.
The vagabond.
The first to betray me was a god.
Scorbouche.
My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, They can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a... Alas, if only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy...
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periporno life, but rather...
Ah! You! Why are you so mean to me? I found divine wisdom.
Hypatia...
That's how I always thought everything... Wait, have I... already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right.
Interesting. Assassins. Interesting.
Okay, we finally lost him. Are you okay, Nahida? Wait,
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? Wait, then where...
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have... Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me that the doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness. So I can't journey with you, but even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can...
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Suristhon. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense! Since the even in a moonless night, a shower of... Paimon knows the moon... Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. But...
Paimon. That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the I've spent some time with you, and it looks like...
Thank you, Tainari.
That. All I know is that the project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahita's body? What?
Do you have any evidence?
Interesting. Okay.
So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process.
Tainari, did you...
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardis DI and began searching for a way to... If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a... Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating the Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time. From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still... But then, what is the connection between creating...
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the Sage's goals. Right, we've been...
I'll stay here for... If you're planning to go and come find me here if there's anything...
Thanks, Tainari. Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon. We're off then.
Animal test 6308.
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
Vines on cliff sides.
Illusion shattered!
Rest and rebuild!
Shut up!
Yeah! Beg for mercy. At least good luck doesn't discriminate by clan. More speed.
Okay.
Shine down!
You are
Happy
not
to allow
welcome
me.
here.
Billowing surge! Yeah!
shall perish!
How regretful.
That's close enough.
To the slaughter.
Shudder! Blood of frost!
Where do you think you're going?
Swirl, Mark 2. Hold the line.
A new punching bag.
Inazuma shines eternal!
A new punching bag.
Illusion shattered! Crush!
Allow me.
I'll be back.
So this is the thrill of adventure.
Covenant of the Deep.
Shudder! There is no escape!
Stand clear. Absorption test. Animo test 6308. Animo hypostasis emulation. Hold the line.
Beg for mercy! At least good luck doesn't discriminate.
could go and get this today. Oh wait, no, tomorrow's Saturday. Today's Friday. What about the donut? What does it require? It needs those. And when can I get those? Yesterday. I hate time-locked bullshit. I can get this today though, and get Ito up a bit. What about for Hooten? That's also tomorrow. We should get a weapon from that. Let's designate the Solar Pearl for now. Or they're both at Refinement 2.
Clan.
That should do that for now. Actually, can we ascend Eula? Dandelions. And some cryohypostasis.
More speed.
This is fine. Eventually we're going to be replacing Eula with Nahida.
A new punching bag.
Illusion shattered! Ha! Crush! Vengeance will be mine! Shudder!
Need
Beg for mercy! Now you shall perish!
Rest and rebuild! Torrent, bring refuge!
Let's move out.
There we go.
That's close enough.
Stand clear. Animal test 6308.
That's close enough.
There is no escape!
Stand clear.
Where do you think you're going?
I don't know.
Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal module 75. Hold the line. Rest and rebuild.
Go fuck. People of Conria need dinner.
That's close enough.
New punch.
Shine down!
A brash maneuver. Hold the line.
Flood of frost! Beg for mercy! Morse be crushed! Beg for mercy!
Absorption test.
Much better. Right. Animal damage bonus. Okay.
Because things are so, ergo they are such.
We finally made it to Caravan Rebot. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
Oh, Hatham went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
What the? Where did she go? How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being...
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the Academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Al-Hatham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the Academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia...
Oh, right. You...
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer. Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still in... Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must... Which brings me back to you. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something.
Al-Hatham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of...
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the Academia after all. But that does prove you do have some No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also...
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we don't really have any concrete goals at the...
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so...
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's...
It's an armadillo boar. shit. This thing's
Animal
persistent.
hypostate. Illusion shattered.
Rust and revamp.
Crush. Beg for mercy.
Chickens.
Allow me. Stand clear.
Alrighty. Now we're sitting up.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check it.
Alright, we're gonna get mugged.
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General—
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed—
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Hatham?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Hatham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand—
Has Al-Hatham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think—
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Hatham, let's take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh! What you would do, Traveler?
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here, otherwise these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
There we go. That's what we'd like to hear.
Hey, did either of you...
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so...
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly!
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this wind is...
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of...
All right.
Alright, we're getting all the named characters today.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Well, that's cute. She put her vision in as the buckle for her bag.
Gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest.
Nice.
If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today.
You're upgrading to professional racism.
I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary. Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Al-Haytham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Haytham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Al-Haytham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with a divine knowledge capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Al-Haytham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebot as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often...
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's...
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to our village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone, but then I saw these two.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage.
Yeah, just leave them to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Candace.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Ah! Here comes another...
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but...
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Cool, do we get to use her? We don't. That's a shame.
Animal test 6308.
Crush! Vengeance Vengeance will be mine. Beg for mercy. Yeah.
Swirl, Mark 2. Hold the line. Here comes another wave. When are they ever gonna let up?
Shine down. Torn to oblivion.
The creature stopped appearing. Was that the last?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Oh, Town Elder, let's go.
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hand. I am the chief of Aru Village. Everyone you...
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become, besides sandstorms, we also...
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes...
Everything in the natural...
Everyone in Aru Village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a
village keeper?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity. After a period of training, the academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, but no one in the village has ever seen them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them,
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Alright, I think now's a good time to log off.
When in Aru Village, please respect.
Fucking tired.
But a momentary distraction.
Alright, good night everybody.